And we're immediately in, so it looks like the teams are ready to go here. We've got all 10 in. I just need to adjust this layer, if you'll just bear with me 2 moments. There we go, it will help if I get the actual right layer. Beautiful, okay. And we should be not too far from game live now, because obviously we're just waiting on... I need to jump into spectate, obviously, because I'm blocking somebody. There we go. And now it's just a matter of getting the game started, which is going to be moments away. As we can see, everybody now in server. Just need to resize that layer so I'm not obliterating the beautiful Black Monster Cup logo. Of course, as I did say, this is in association with Western Digital. They are jumping on the eSports bandwagon. It's good to see companies like Western Digital jumping on. I mean, obviously, you'd normally expect to see the likes of, SteelSeries and the like. Western Digital do make some exceptional hard drives, and if you are looking for storage space, I can wholeheartedly recommend the Western Digital Reds. I own 4 of them myself. They're sat back in England at the moment with my NAS box, which is kind of a shame because it's got most of my content on it. But that will be coming over on a pallet real soon. Anyway, picks and bans coming in. Lee Sin and Fresh being banned first of all. Let's see what we've got going on here. So I'm going to put it a little bit bigger so you guys can see exactly what's going on. In fact, I'll put it full screen, why not? Fresh and Lee Sin, that's interesting bans. I mean, Lee Sin, not really a targeted ban these days unless somebody plays an exceptional Lee Sin, so maybe maybe Mouse actually knows something that I don't about the opposing team. Let's see, Evelyn picked as a ban and Zach as a ban. And Shen as well, so that's pretty standard. What's going to be the third ban here? The more astute viewer out there, they might be able to figure out exactly what the strat is off the back of this. Interesting, I'm seeing Evelyn banned more and more these days. I mean, Evelyn isn't a champion that you associate, outside of Season 1, that is, with being a carry, really, but... No, there we go, TF the ban, so... like I say, pretty standard ban these days, TF. Not as bannable as he was a couple of weeks ago, though. Obviously, the latest patch has actually nerfed him a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to drop that back down whilst we have the picks and bans. We won't be back rightly shortly because we're actually on air right now, so I'll skew with that. Warhunter going to be going. He's got the first pick, and he's going to pick up Sejuani. So looks like we are going to have Sejuani out of jungle. So to Shook and Super Hot Fire. Obviously figuring out what they can pick now off the back of the bans that they've already got with the fact that Sejuani's in there. So Sejuani, of course, a ton of slows off Sejuani. Probably thinking about who can actually escape those slows. Good pick will be Ez at this point. Taking the time about it, so obviously there is a lot of debate going on. I'm interested to see what FF actually decide to pick here. No, they've gone for... Oh, interesting. Nunu being picked up, and Zyra as well, so... okay, one of my friends, Tony Ray, just actually messaged me. He says Shook is known for his Lee Sin play, so that's obviously a full-on targeted ban. That's why I was a little bit surprised by it, because Lee Sin these days, okay, he can jump walls and such, and he can always make it to the nearest ward, but he's not really like he once was. So wouldn't mind seeing perhaps a little bit of a buff on Lee Sin, make him more bannable, make him more playable, of course. So second and third picks come in. We got Nami and obviously Draven. What are we going to see here from the from FF? I want to see what we're going to do top lane here. If it's going Nunu, Nunu is these days, for my money, an indication of perhaps a lane switch. So we might see an early lane switch here. Some of that good old-fashioned Korean style of play. South Korean, I should say. Don't want to be pissing off the Democratic People's Republic of North Korea. So, Eternity and Fu still to pick. That's going to be, Nocturne pickup. Oh, sorry, Kha'Zix actually, sorry. Always confuse those two avatars. And We've got Rank and Enserwerg to actually pick here. You know, I will never ever be able to pronounce Enserwerg's name. So Garen, I don't know if that's a troll pick. I mean, Garen is... I will say this actually, since his passive has been changed, so he regenerates health even when being hit by minions. He's a lot more viable these days, but it's not like he has any crowd control. I mean, you can run in with the silence and then spin to win, but he's not really one of the tankier champions that I would pick in a high or low game, just for the simple fact that he doesn't provide any sort of crowd control. If you can get in and target an AD carry with a silence, spin to win and force them out, then you could argue that might be considered a little bit of crowd control, but not in the traditional sense of you know, being able to break a front line. There we go, troll pick, so Rammus for jungle. I was going to say, obviously, well, I was saying that, surprised, maybe we'll play Sejuani support. Interesting. Could very well see the switch, of course. And Orianna for the 5th, so there's the mid-mage. Let's see what Fu goes for. Obviously a lot of debate going down now on the FF comms. Probably trying to figure out the counter to that. Well, not probably, they are trying to figure out the counter. I mean, that Sejuani could make things very interesting. There we go, Caitlyn with cleanse. So, yep, I was going to say the AD carry is going to have to go cleanse, because if that Sejuani shows up in bottom, you know, 1 or 2 slows, and that's going to change the course of the whole lane. So, lock in any moment now. I can't imagine that Caitlyn being a troll pick. I mean, having good escape mechanisms on Caitlyn and having the cleanse as well is a dead giveaway that it's not going to be a troll pick. So, no, looks like we've had yet more Turkish spam. Turkish spam actually sounds like something I would want to eat. Yeah. And no locking yet. It looks like, oh, we're going back to pick again. What's going on here? Oh, it's always fun. So, my understanding of the rules is, because we've already had people starting to lock in, now we've got a quick coming in from Rank as well, so, interesting. Yeah, we're going to take a brief break. That's the appropriate thing to do here. My understanding of the rules is that we are going to see the same picks. We're going to set up exactly the same picks, and we will go from there then. So like I say, I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be back as soon as is humanly possible, and once we get this shindig underway, I'm going to resize my camera actually, as I scratch my nose as well, just so I can hide the in-game overlay. Wrong layer, awesome, love my life right now. There we go. Okay, so they're going to set up the same picks and bans by the looks of it. It'll probably mean that we are going to see that breakdown of, you know, the 2-minute period being a little bit longer as well. So I'm going to take a brief break rather than ramble on and bore you guys to death. It gives me a chance to go get some refreshment as well, and that way my voice doesn't give out, because obviously League of Legends does require a lot of casting. It's not like Counter-Strike where you have those dead periods where you can just, you know, sit back and listen to footsteps and the like. It's pretty much all go once you get past that midpoint. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to take a brief commercial break, and when we come back it will be the resumption of play between Moose and, of course, FF. Don't go anywhere, keep it locked. Back after this. And we are back, so we're going to be jumping in game now. I'm going to be just moments away from the game live. Looks like everybody's loading in on decent PCs this time, so I won't have 15 minutes to fill as Game Boy loads. So let's jump straight in. As we can see, looking like we are going to be pretty much standard setups here. Nothing that's particularly mind-boggling or mind-blowing. It'll be interesting to see. I mean, I've been watching Enterswerg in the EPS playoffs. Obviously, the VODs are up on YouTube right now. Full details of which you can find on my Facebook page and such. Also, I'm on Twitter, of course, Jason_Atkins. I do implore you to give me a follow, because, to be honest, I don't have that many followers at the moment. I mean, when I was big in esports, well, I say big in esports, so yeah, I sound like Ron Burgundy now. I have many leather-bound books, what can I say? But, yeah, when I was bigger in esports, there we go, that's what I should have said. I'm not an egomaniac, honestly. But yeah, when I was, it was a case of sort of, you know, Twitter wasn't the big thing at the time. It was Friendster. Anyway, opening moves going down. So here we go. This is going to be an intriguing opening because with that Nunu, I mean, they could theoretically go down a jungle invasion here. So Shock is going to be looking to, I'd imagine, get off one of his Qs and slow one of his opponents. He's going to drop the game sense because they are quite loud at the moment. In relation to my voice, that is, I believe. It's going to be Zyra mid, obviously. You know what I'm going to try and do? I'm going to try and arrange the... see if I've got time to do it. Oh, that's not a good start. War Hunter going out, so we're all going to have a pause. It looks like I'm going to have time to actually set everything up here. So, you know what? I'm not going to arrange everything until I know where everybody's playing, because that'll just make me look like a complete fool. Obviously, we are having a little bit of a delay here. So, yeah, standard fur really. I mean, it's an online tournament. These things do happen. I would rather see a pause in a fur game rather than, you know, a situation unfold, perhaps like we saw in the Nif and Friends game, where that, you know, the disconnection of Candy Panda and Nif perhaps cost them the game. To be honest, I mean, saying that, DB did play an exceptional game. I mean, you can't take anything away from their the late game performance. They did turn up the heat, and it's not like, to be honest, I mean, the game went on for about another 15 minutes after that. So, I would say there's a chance they could have won that game anyway. So hopefully we get War Hunter back in as soon as. Obviously, he's playing mid as Orianna at the moment. He's going to be matching up against Zyra. That's one matchup I can definitely tell you is going to happen. You would have to imagine that it's going to be... I'm not sure if we're going to see a lane switch, though. I mean, we got Nunu making his way down from top, so perhaps, it'd be interesting to see. Let me show you what's exactly going on in-game. As you can see, the positioning is a little bit all over the place at the moment, so you can't really garner anything from that. I mean, we got Kennen moving his way bottom, so... I would hazard a guess that it's going to be a lane switch. I mean, Kennen, obviously, he's played top these days. You don't see him mid at all. You occasionally see him bottom in the Korean scene, as an AD Kennen, obviously, but not so much in the EU or North American scenes, to be honest. And, you know, the Koreans do throw out some funky stuff out there, but I'm not a fan of AD Kennen, to be honest. His slicing Maelstrom just isn't anywhere near as effective. It's not the, you know, the be-all, end-all at the end of the day, I suppose, one ultimate, but... It's a big game changer, that slicing Maelstrom. Anytime that's popped near a Baron fight, it pretty much forces the other team to chicken out of the Baron. So I do apologise. You might hear me swigging on refreshment from time to time, but if I don't, my voice is just going to completely go. Had quite a long day yesterday, for reasons I'm not going to go into on stream, personal reasons. But yeah, a lot of stuff going on that was, you know, detrimental to actual preparation, which I do apologise about. I'm just going to enlarge the GIF. There we go. It's still paused here, so obviously War Hunter not back in the game yet. I can hear chats being exchanged, so obviously two teams discussing what's going on here. Just going to check out Twitch chat right now. See if we still got all that Turkish spam going on. No, it looks like that's slowed down a little bit, so Turkish viewers have also dropped off as well. I'm being told there's an echo on the stream. That's the first I've actually heard about that, so I do apologise about that. Hoping that it's not the camera being picked up. Let me just double check that. No, the camera's muted, so it shouldn't be the camera at all. Somewhat perplexed as to what would be causing that, to be honest. I'm on a new desk here, so it's like one of those things where I'm not 100% familiar with the mixing desk. Let me try taking out the other microphone, although that is muted at the moment, so that shouldn't be causing the issue. Everything else is turned down, so there shouldn't be anything picking up sound, though. Somewhat confused as to why, but oh well. Anyway, 26-28 on the pause, so we could be in for a long pause here. Could again be game client issues. I'm not entirely certain. I'm going to look for confirmation on that, hopefully. No, any second now would be nice. I mean, otherwise I'm going to throw up some music and take another break here. No point rambling about nothing at the end of the day. Of course, this is coverage of the Black Monster Cup, sponsored by Western Digital, of course. Nice to see WD throwing their weight behind eSports. They make exceptional mechanical hard drives. Still the only manufacturer out there who are making PATA drives, the old IE based drives. So if you have an old machine that you want to give away but you're missing a hard drive, just look on the marketplace. You will find a WD PATA drive still out there, and you can always drop that in and then give away one of your older machines to charity or whatever. It's a noble effort. I mean, they're relatively cheap these days, mechanical hard drives, for a ton of space. Obviously, the Western Digital Reds are probably the prime example of that. I'm looking at this mini-map, and I mean, Caitlin's positioned to be near a top, but that could be moving down towards bottom, to be honest, and Kennen could be moving top here, so might not be a traditional lane switch. Then again, we've got Draven also going top, so it seems like they've anticipated somewhat of a lane switch here, have Moose. It's going to be intriguing opening, let's say that. I'm going to work on the assumption it is going to be a lane switch. So yeah, it's looking like probably the most appropriate thing for me to do here is probably take a brief break, because this is to the point now where it's going to be, I'd imagine, a decent delay. So yep, it's looking like it is going to be. Obviously having some kind of connection issues, that's usually what a delay of this length would be based around. So I'm going to take a brief break. When we come back, it will be the resumption of play between FF and Moose. Don't go anywhere, keep it locked. Back after this. And we are back. Game live now underway. It looks like we do have War back in the server, so War Hunter going to reconnect, and we are going to be underway. So that's what we like to hear. Minions spawn in. We haven't missed anything. So if it is going to happen, I suppose it's nice that it happened before anything really happened in the game. It does look like we are going to see the dreaded lane switch. So through going top here on Caitlyn. Getting some help from Zyra on the Ancient Golems as well. So good play here from the opening. Good kiting of the Ancient Golems as well. Nice to see. Sejuani going to be starting in red here. Got Anguish to help as well on Trundle. Interesting that we see Sejuani in jungle and Trundle actually going to be, I'd imagine, playing support here. Not saying that. No, not playing support. Actually holding the lane swap actually. No, this is interesting. Oh, look at the minimap. I thought we was going to see maybe a 4-man gank top then. Nunu's working his way up. You can see he's going to be going over towards his red now. Already has his blue buff ticking, so he's going to hit level 3 off that, yep. And here we go. The lane swap top is actually, yeah, it's been countered, so that is intriguing. So, I mean, full-on lane swap, really. It's not like you've seen a lane switch, not swap, I suppose. Orianna going to be facing off against Kha'Zix mid. Pressure going out onto Eternity top. Too sharp forced to use his escape mechanism. Nets out just to get out of danger. Anguish against Kennen. This is going to be an interesting duel because obviously Trundle does have the health advantage. Kennen will put out more damage and does have that escape mechanism from the slow as well. So I think this is a bad matchup for Anguish, to be honest. I mean, Kennen's a pretty hard counter to Trundle, as we can already see, forcing a pot out of him so early. I mean, we're 344 in, and he's already potting. So there's the bubble. Caitlyn forced to actually miss out on a couple of CS though. Zyra putting down the roots here, so obviously Eternity is going to be looking to get some CC. If she can land a couple of those roots, that's going to really mess that top lane up. Draven just farming away. Looks like we are going to see Leduc go in heavy, and that's first blood. And someone's going to be taken down in reply. Oh no, he's not! Pops the barriers in time. There's the kill eventually. There we go. Shook was coming in just for good measure as well. But that first blood going to go to top lane. That's going to mean that Caitlyn is going to have a little bit of a deficit here. I mean, can pick up on the farm here to counter that, of course. It's a little bit of CS though. It's not really what we want to be seeing at this level of play. Kazakhs and Warhunter just exchanging mid. Nobody putting any damage out yet. Oriana's going to be looking to land that ball time and time again though. So there's a little bit of auto attacks as well. That's nice to see from mid. Just a little bit of harassment. Used to playing, you know, solo rank Q where you don't really see that. Just QW and E spam really. Now, as you can see, this is going to be interesting. It's already been pinged, so Super does know it's coming. Now does the leap. Oriana going to be slowed and rooted. Does escape though. Good flash. Nicely done. Be able to pot up out of that. Probably even stay. No, going back actually. Yep. Here we go. Jungle swap coming in. So Sejuani's going to hold mid. Warhunter forced back. That means advantage to Kazakhs here. But it does mean that Sejuani can pick up a little bit of farm, so makes the jungle a bit stronger, I suppose. The duck again pushing further forward, looking for the slow, and she is going to land it. We're getting a ton of damage put on him here. No ignite though, so... Oh, there's a dive hole. The duck showing some serious guts. The root from Zyra, it's not going to be enough. That's going to be the second kill going top, so 2-1 on the top lane now, with first blood going the way of Moose as well. Does mean we are seeing a slight difference in the gold that open up. We are looking at a 500 gold difference here. It's obviously all that top lane on the duck and on work here. Again, bottom, nothing particularly exciting going on down there at the moment. Trundle just holding his lane. See what Sejuani's up to. Sejuani taking out the golems. Sejuani not particularly fast at clearing jungle, but I mean when you've got that many slows on your actual QWE and Rs, you know, I mean the passive is, I think the passive on, I've never played much Sejuani, but I think the passive is once you hit with the slow, every other attack slows to a percentage as well. Cannon going for the dive. Oh, good Trundle block there. That's quite keen on that Trundle baseball skin actually, it's pretty cool. Pillar of Filth is so much cooler when you get the actual trophy involved. Hot Fire, he's going to be looking to spit some Hot Fire as Kazakhs. Warrior Company still exchanging. I think he's getting the advantage. Like I say, my estimation is that Cannon's a fairly hard counter. I mean, I could look it up if I had a co-commentator, but unfortunately I'm flying solo tonight, so don't have the time to actually check that out. A lot of Work fans in chat tonight. That's good to see. His Draven play is pretty good. I mean, I saw it in the EPS and I was quite impressed with him, to be honest. Flu Sharp a level behind, and as you can see, Zyra's only on 4, so hardly ideal. There goes the ultimate. That's going to stun both of them. Well, not stunned, but launch them. Teleport coming in. That's interesting. Here we go. Cannon slowed down by Draven, though. The duck might get away here with the help of Sejuani. Slicing Maelstrom coming in, though. Here's the jump in from Super Fire. It's not looking good here for Warhunter and company. They managed to just about disengage. Nicely done. That Oriana ball is going to slow them down. It's going to make them think twice about pushing any further forward. So, good disengagement there from Moose. FF now forced to reassess the lanes. Kazakhs still with the early level advantage because obviously we did see Oriana force back at around about 5 minute mark, so he should have the CS advantage. Why he's taking extra tower hits, I'm not sure, but Pillar of Filth again from Anguish. He's back equal level with Cannon now, so teleport probably didn't pay for, well, it definitely didn't pay for FF, to be honest. A good Oriana ball with the Sejuani slow as well. That's going to be a kill from Warhunter. Nicely done. It's going to open up the difference now to 600 gold. We're doing a good job of catching his blade. Seems like this could be the point where Anguish could turn this around now as he starts to get a little bit tankier. What's he actually built? Let's have a look. He's got Vampiric Scepter on two beads, so he should have some more sustain. He's not really tanky, but same difference when you're playing solo, to be honest. Now, here we go. 3-man gank attempt. Good flash to get out of the way. That's going to mean that Zyra didn't get caught out of position. As you can see, Zyra's still massively under level, though. Should at least be equal level at this point with Sejuani. Nunu, is he looking to counter-invade here? He's thinking about it. Oriana seems to be... Yeah, I was going to say Oriana's moved over, so... If he would have moved a little bit sooner, perhaps he could have called down the top lane to help him out. Then again, you have to get past Worg to do that, and as you can see, his Draven play is pretty damn good at the moment. Yep, not missing any last hits at all. Zyra does manage to get the root off here, and that's going to leave Worg a little bit vulnerable. Good support coming in from Nami, though. The Duck managed to get the slowdown and get Worg out of trouble. One level difference has opened back up here between Trundle and Kennen. Ooh, Caitlyn looking for that Peacemaker, but not landing it. Worg now landing his actual blade. Oh, that's a beautiful ultimate. Stun coming in from Sejuani, the slow as well, and that's going to be a surefire kill. I don't really think, I was going to say, you have to call it the jungler at that point, because there's no way Zyra being that under-leveled and the farm can hold that lane. The intriguing thing is, the fact that Oriana managed to pick up that kill into mid means that now there's an advantage in pretty much every lane here, apart from the Trundle lane, in favour of Moose. Slicing Maelstrom, it does manage to get out of that. The turret aggro too much for him to take, but finishes off with a shuriken, and that's going to be the kill. So 4-2 now. Only 200 gold of difference, so it does seem like FF are actually out farming here. First dragon fight should be coming in real soon. Oriana are actually coming down, so let's see if Oriana can get this kill down bottom. Should do. And there's the kill. Easiest kill that Warhunter will find all game for sure. Even Potts for good measure, and there's the dragon. So, yeah. Sejuani perfectly positioned to capitalise on that kill on bottom. Kha'Zix is going to move down to try and contest here. As you can see, they've pulled it, and it looks like they're going to fall back, so not committing to it yet. Especially with Nunu in position as well. Warhunter just happy to pick up that farm on mid and push his lane back out. Sejuani going to grab red yet again. Actually, red on Sejuani is a good pickup. If you couple that with, you know, the ability to slow anyway, yeah, that's pretty greasy, to be honest. And Drake is going to be picked up by FF here by the looks of it. Smite comes in from Nunu. As you can see, top lane being pushed quite heavily now. That's the first time in a long while we've seen FF with the cash advantage. It makes me see whether they can capitalise on that now. Ensign Worg, he was going to chase that and decided against it. Smart move. It's top tower falling, so... Oh, beautiful Sejuani stun. That could very well be the difference maker. That tower and kill are going to really open this game up now. It's looking like we are going to see some damage put on the inner tower as well. Meanwhile, bottom, Anguish is moving into position here to perhaps jump on Caitlyn. One good pillar of filth here, and he could get some decent damage down, but the thing is about Caitlyn, very hard to actually control. Draven, he's been chased out by Nunu. Nunu obviously just consuming to get his health back up. Anguish, he's going to miss his pillar of filth to its full effect. Here we go. Now this is really the first significant team fight that we've seen. Nunu going to be dropped by Ensign. We're going to pick up the kill. Looks like Sejuani's going to go in for the slow onto Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix managed to jump out though. He's probably going to get this kill onto the duck. Yep, there we go. Duck falls. Zyra chasing down, Zyra and Kennen chasing down Sejuani now. So this is going to be pretty much a 2-for-2 engagement. Make that 3-for-2 in fact. Sorry, I must have missed a kill there as Kennen does manage to pick up his triple. So, back in the lead on gold now, 1 kill behind, obviously a tower behind, but this top tower now should fall. It should be equal on towers, but way ahead, well, not way ahead on cash, but enough that would be a significant advantage. Saying that, we've got the counter tower coming in. Trundle pushing bottom. So, top going to fall to, we're going to leave as many minions up as they possibly can to take that. Smart play. I do like seeing that. Make sure that tower does go. Oh, sniped. Nicely done. Be careful of that with Caitlyn. If you're in the line of sight, there's a good chance you're going to get hit by that ulti. Double buff Kennen here. He can hold his own against these two, obviously with Word being quite low. Set up a potential mid push here from Kha'Zix and Nunu. No, they're going to fall back. Next Drake's up in about 2 minutes, so you're probably going to see a lot of just a lot of farming here now for the next 2 minutes, I would imagine. Kickers, can he get away from this? In fact, he might not even have to get away. Oh, good flash out of the ultimate, nicely done. Managed to just get over the jungle wall. Is he going to be... Oh! He gets hit in the return. He's going to be chased down. Oh my god. Wurger's got to be just absolutely ecstatic about that right now. Oh, you got to be careful of that with Draven. It's not like Ashe where it just flies one direction, it comes back the same way, of course. I imagine Kikis would have been well aware of that, but he just got caught in the wrong position at the wrong time. Well, that might be a clip that somebody wants to pull from a replay and make a highlight video out of. So, looks like everybody's going to go back, bye, set up for the next Drake fight. Just under a 2k differential now on the gold front, so FF equal on towers with the cash advantage. Kill behind, but I mean, look at the XP between the two teams, there's nothing really in it at this point. Zyra's still a little bit under level, but no harm, no foul when you're playing support, I suppose. Still can't get over that Draven ultimate. I mean, just the whirling death. I mean, you've got to be aware of that at this level of play. That's a schoolboy error to make at this level of play. To be honest, to be caught by that on the return after dodging. After such a good flash to get over the wall to dodge it as well. Mid being cleared out. So here we go. This is obviously the setup now. We're going to see. Looks like Leduc's going to go back to buy. Who's got ward coverage? Just a 1 ward down there, and that's going to be in Moose's favour. So. Trundle company just trying to push out this wave. Buy them a little bit of time to get in position for the next Drake fight. Double buff Word is a scary prospect, so he's going to be able to keep them at bay mid. As long as he doesn't get... Yeah, I was just going to say, as long as he doesn't get stunned too close to Nunu, though. Which he didn't, so... See him pinging for support. Looks like Sejuani's going to get into position. Again, another whirling death comes in. No real damage off the back of that though. He's bust where just as he launched it. Kind of unfortunate for him. And mid tower does fall, so a 1 tower advantage now in favour of FF. FF at this point now, they're just going to be looking to press the advantage now. Is Drake up? Yep, Drake is indeed up. Trundle, we're going to be clearing out the wards here. If that's not Trundle, it's Leduc with the eye. Oriana ball's being tossed left, right and centre. Nothing worse than catching a ball in the face. Just an irritating amount of pings going down. That's to stress the importance here for FF, because as we can see, Drake has been started. Now, Nunu could rush and smite here. Oh, big ultimate coming in. Trollglass forced out Kikis. Is he going to get out of that? No, Warhunter's going to pick up the kill. Looks like Warhunter could be on for a carry here. He's 3-1 and 0 so far. He's got some decent early items under his belt. He's already got the Trollglass build. And which is going to be picking up a kill here. Should be picking up a kill. And then to work on mid. Didn't get the kill. That's a little bit embarrassing, to be honest. He should have had that kill every time. That Pillar of Filth narrowly missing as well. Didn't get the full effect on that. Looks like Shook's going to manage to make his escape here. So, in the meantime, Drake did reset. So it's looking like we're going to see FF pick up the Drake off the back of that. Well, saying that. Oh, another pause. No good. Wonder who's disconnected. Warhunter again. Okay, that makes sense considering they had connection issues earlier on. It took him quite a while to actually get back in. So rather than sit here faffing around, we're going to take a brief break. When we come back, it will be the resumption of play of the Black Monster Cup. It's of course the third round game between Moose and FF. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked. Back after this. We are back, so not as big a pause as last time. Warhunter jumping straight back in. Kennen slicing Maelstrom onto Anguish. It's looking like we're going to see the backup from Fu as well. This has got to be a kill. They've got to follow up on this. Yep, here we go. Sejuani, beautiful save. Nicely done. Rank jumping in just over the wall at the right time. And we're going to see the return now. This is going to be, this is going to be folded upon. Warhunter with the beautiful Zonya's glasses at the right time. Going to get out with the ball shield as well. Would that be considered a cup? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. That's going to force the retreat from both of them. So a 1-for-0 engagement there. It has to be considered a victory for Moose, considering the situation that they found themselves in on that Oriana. Beautiful play from Rank there. I mean, that was just a key save. At this point in the game, that kill could have very well changed the course of the game. I mean, we're looking at almost dead even on towers, just a 1-tower differential. Slight gold advantage in favour of FF, obviously on the back of the 2 Drakes that they picked up. And obviously the fact that they've been out farming. I mean, you only need to look at the scoreboard to see the farm. It's reflected in the items as well. Everybody apart from Oriana seems to be lagging behind the pace that's being set by FF here. Well, Draven as well. I mean, Draven's on 188, so he's technically out farming Caitlyn, but Caitlyn has had that Bloodthirster for longer, so I would say item-wise, the more stack on the Bloodthirster. Let's see, it does tell me, so 30 and 6, and well, they're both fully stacked actually. No advantage to be gained there. Well, if Caitlyn had dropped, obviously that would lose a third of the stack, so Rank is pushing this mid lane up a little bit. I'm not quite sure what moves are planning here, but as we can see, they might be freaked out a little bit here because we do see Kha'Zix and company moving over towards Baron. Kha'Zix still has a mid tower to defend though, so all they have to do to counter that is just push his mid tower. It's still early in the game yet for a Baron push to be, you know, anything other than an ordeal. Let's say that. Eternity clearing out the Baron ward. Looks like we are going to go somewhat back to lanes. As back to lanes as you can go at 24 minutes in anyway. I'm just going to grab and sort the blue, and this is now where it should be game on, because as we can see, a lot of pushing over towards Baron. Everybody's starting to think about it. Nobody wanted to just make that move as of yet. Drake isn't up for probably another minute 45 here. Eternity, he's, copped in a rock and a hard place there. It's got to be a kill. Yep, Rank going to pick up that kill on Sejuani. Sejuani going to be shut down by Cannon here though for sure. No, it's going to be Fu who actually picks up the kill. The new ultimate broken off, and we are going to see, again, repositioning now. Sorry, do apologise. I thought I'd muted my microphone in time though. Here we go, Anguish now clearing out this jungle, so again we're going to be setting up for another mid push here. That mid tower is still up for FF, so that's got to be a key objective here. Obviously mid the lane that you do want to push when you're pushing for the victory, so... Oh, Anguish has got the better of this fight for sure. Slicing Maelstrom to escape, but a good pillar of filth to slow down Kikis. He's going to troll glass, but he's got no backup here. And there's the kill. Red buff tick manages to take him out. So Anguish got himself back into it after what was a pretty torrid start for him. I mean, he did have, you know, fits just dealing with Ken in early game, but he seems